So my first question would be for you guys that now that you entered, if I may call the Guy Ritchie's Gentleman Cinematic Universe, so how was that for you? So was it up to your expectations? Have you been surprised? Are you just happy?
It was certainly a trip. You know, Guy has a very specific way of working, so you get to sit and you don't know what you're going to say, which which was
Is
which
that right?
yeah, which is very different. Yeah, and we'd never worked as actors in that environment. You know, you're used to kind of being ju very judicious with learning and preparing, and you get there, and he doesn't want to do any of it.
Yeah, and it was a weird mix of like on the days when the script didn't change, that those were the most confusing days. But
Mm.
there was the sort of larger chunk of it would be either you'd arrive and you'd be handed sort of a new version of the scene. So it was like it would be kind of the same scene, but a completely different spin on it. Or other times there would be complete license to just go wild with it and play around, throw our own ideas in, and all of that kind of stuff. So it was I would say a mixture of those three things, but undoubtedly the days that tripped us up would be the ones where we arrived and we did stick to the scripts and be like, bollocks, I didn't learn it.
Exactly. Like, "Oh, there's nothing wrong with that. Why wouldn't you learn to?" Like, "Oh." He's also incredibly confident, isn't he, as a director? So I
Mm.
guess he's done it a lot, you know.
Yeah, he shoots quick, but
He's
you
very
might come
quick.
in and spend a while we're all going over what it is that we're going to do that day. But then once you get going, he shoots fast.
Like always takes the first takes, or
Yeah, he kind of does.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, if you get it, he moves on. And he's not messing.
And there's no like, can I have another one? But
okay. Does he changed the idea what a gentleman word meant to you before?
not really. I think, you know, in a way, the show is a fantasy of an English gent. You know, it's this kind of old world empire fantasy of the refined gentleman who's also, you know, has the ability to be violent and powerful. You know, in a way, it reminds me of the conceit reminds me of like the East India Company, you know, these kind of English rogues who would go around, but in reality, it's just a fantasy. But you know, it's very British, and that's what we like about the show. And it shows a gamut of British culture.
You could almost, I feel like you could almost in inverted commas, especially in this bit, because you've got like such a character at the heart of Susie Glass, who is kind of, if anything, the epitome of what all of those qualities
Mm.
are meant to be about. And so I think, I mean, that's something that's interesting about this, I think, is seeing so much of it with this woman in control of a criminal empire, and that idea that the sort of aristocratic gentleman of the past that maybe my character wants to cling on to, that ideal is in itself crumbling.
Just a very quick one, because the time is running out. How did you enjoy your scenes together?
We love them. There was, you know, trying to create brotherly bond was really important for us because although it's a comedy and it's heightened, the most important thing is the two brothers' love-hate relationship.
Excellent, like me with my brother. Okay, thank you so
Yeah.
much
Which are
for
you?
your.
Are you a Freddie or an Eddie?
Yeah, I don't tell.